What's up agents, Patrick Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 video. Today's video is going to be all about TU11.1, which will drop tomorrow. We're going to go through the patch notes. I'm going to explain, well, it's my first time actually reading through them. It's going to be with you guys so we can discuss, talk about how I feel, what my thoughts are, and see what they have in store for us for tomorrow. So the first thing they put up is the summit. The summit, basically they want to fulfill our fantasy of climbing to floor 1 to 100 with customized challenge and rewards. The first thing they're going to add is a difficulty system where we can select our difficulty from any floor. Obviously, I'm going to go from floor 1 to 100 on Legendary. That's going to be a must. I think challenging yourself is very good. I will be streaming it on Twitch tomorrow at about 5:30 BST. So make sure you guys come pop in. Links will be in the description. For directives, so we can select all 9 directives. That's going to be very difficult. I definitely think you guys need to make a very tanky shield build with a strong pistol, because the ammo one is very difficult. You run out of ammo very quickly, and we don't have an ammo box like Division 1. I still think they need to bring back the support station, but okay. This is going to be very difficult, and they actually say we advise limiting yourself to 5 active directives. Okay, well, I'm going to definitely try put all of them at once. Stuff that, I'm going to go for it. We're going to see how that goes. Missions and global difficulty still have the 5 seasonal directives. Okay, so players can now ascend their customized summit at their own pace. With TU11.1, all players will start at floor 1. I know it's a bit annoying. Hopefully you guys did get the exotic chest piece, Ridgeway's Pride, but if you haven't, I guess they're going to try and make it a bit easier to obtain. But I heard a rumor that they have nerfed the door on level 100, so you cannot just stand there and shoot through the window anymore, so we're going to have to see what they say here. Progress is now saved more frequently at each elevator player's encounter. So instead of old rally points, you can actually start off a floor behind where you actually left the summit, which is cool. Like if you stop at floor 38, you come back at floor 37 when you re-enter the game, which is very, very nice. I think it's great. And then when you finish floor 100, on the next summit attempt, they will restart at floor 1. So you cannot just go and reform floor 91 to 100 anymore, which sucks, but hey, it is what it is. And they have actually buffed the loot on floor 100, if I'm not mistaken. So just read the note there for co-op if you guys are interested. It's a bit confusing, but just go through it. Targeted loot at any point while the summit, players can open the mega map. This is probably one of the best things about it actually is the best change to the summit in my opinion. So you can actually set your own personal targeted loot. For the allocation, players can select from weapon types, gear slots, mods, brand, gear sets. The targeted loot selection within summit is personal, which means each player in a group of 4 could have a different allocation chosen. That's incredible. I think that's really nice. Imagine, all 4 of you choose the strongest gear sets or brand sets in the game, and then you just go for it and keep sharing what you want. I think that is an amazing change. That is one of the most important things coming to this patch. So threat scaling, they've changed a few things there. It's up to you guys to go through that. Interesting. It's nothing too fancy. Additional gameplay improvements. So adjusted spawning of enemies during hack terminals objectives, things like quicker laptop interaction, just quality of life changes, which is interesting. Added a weekly project for finishing summit. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think I'm going to do the summit every single week. We're going to have to see about that one. That's going to be a bit tricky, and I don't think that's going to be one of the easier ones to get. I'd rather do one of the exotic missions, but hey, or one of the legendary missions to get your weekly exotic cash. So that's going to be a no-no for me. Let me know in the comments if you guys are willing to do a whole week of summit. Directives. So the directives are quite interesting. Directives now increase the chance for targeted loot drops. So can you imagine legendary with all 9 directives on? That's going to be very, very good. I think that's a great change. Well, it's going to give you a drive to actually put directives on. So directives still increase XP as well. Fix an issue causing fragile armor's broken stats to behave strangely after dying and being revived. Increase cooldown reduction per skill part collected with scavenge skills directive. Interesting. Okay, let's move down now. So targeted loot, we have got added individual targeted loot. We've already spoken about this already. This applies both to normal rotation summits. So it seems as though it's actually in the normal rotation of the game. So it's quite interesting. Example, Lincoln can have True Patriot. Okay. So gear, Ridgeway's Pride Exotic. This is exciting because I've just recently obtained this chest piece and I have some great ideas. But I've been waiting with my builds, if you guys are wondering, for this change. So stay tuned. For first part of Exotic Quest, parts now drop based on summit floors number and increased drop chance of parts. So it's going to be easier to obtain. For third part of Exotic Quest, lowered number of rogue agents and hunters that need to be killed to 2. Increased radius of bleeding edge talent to 15 meters. It was previously 10, it is now 15. Increased repair strength of bleeding talent to 3%, 6, 12, and then 4 enemies 24, and 5, 48% per bleeding enemy within the radius. Very, very nice. This is going to be amazing. It repairs your armor every second. 48% armor every second. That's going to be really, really strong, especially if you use something like any kind of bleed skill, or maybe extra bleed duration on your build, or maybe putting the talent on the bag that extends the bleed. That's something that you guys could also potentially do. I will cover all of that obviously later on. Let's go through the PvP now. These PvP balance changes affect both the Dark Zone and Conflict. This is a bit debatable. So decreased overall time to kill by 10%. So what that means is players are going to be tankier now. So time to kill is going to be decreased. It's going to be much more difficult to kill players who have armor regen. I don't think this is a good change. I honestly think they're doing it because players are getting melted by some of the overpowered close-up gear brand sets and all of that, especially with Intimidate, 4-piece Hunter's Fury. I'm not really sure about this one. I really do believe that regen builds are going to run rampant, especially in console. I know players chicken dance now, and it's difficult to kill them. So decreased overall time to kill by 10%. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Decreased shotgun damage by 12.5. Now, I don't think that's going to make a change at all. I really don't believe that's going to help. We're going to have to need a lot higher than that, because 12.5% damage is not that great. That's like maybe running a less red, and you can still one-shot with 4 or 5 blues, I think. So if you hit your headshot and you have enough crit. So I'm not too sure about that. Increased damage to shields by 25%. I don't know why they're doing this, but the Bulwark shield is the one that's the problem. Why couldn't they just single that one out? I feel like shields are well balanced right now. This is going to make them unusable, I think. You're going to waste your time pulling out a shield. And the Bulwark shield is still going to be tanky, I reckon. I don't think 25% is enough. They should have added maybe a 50% buff. Because it takes, with a full red build, 2 magazines to kill a guy's shield. And by the time you've done that, he'll two-shot you with his pistol. So I don't think that's a very good way to balance it. Goodbye stupid flamethrower thing as well. The flamethrower is gone. I'm very happy about that, because it's running rampant in Conflict. You can get one-shotted, and I'm glad that's finished. So we've got a whole bunch of bug fixes here. I'm not going to go through all of that. We're just going to talk about what I think so far. You guys can go through it at your own time. You can pause the video, have a read. Personally, I think targeted loot is going to change the game. It's going to allow us to actually target what loot we want to get whenever we want to get it, especially because the summit is quite easy to farm. You jump straight in legendary mission, and you can do it solo. Doing it solo is not too bad. I have got builds where you can do it if you guys want to have a look. The Lone Wolf build is perfect for it as well. I'm going to farm it whenever I need loot. I'm going to go there, select what I want, and go through it. The PvP changes, we're going to have to just test like always and have a look. I don't think they've done the right thing. Hopefully I'm wrong. We're going to have to check and see that. But I will be doing it live on stream, so we'll be able to see that. So, I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. There's not a lot. They haven't added too much, but at least they're trying to fix some of the problems. I don't know what to say. So make sure to leave a like, subscribe, let me know in the comments what you guys think, like I said, and I'll be seeing everybody in the next video. Peace out, agents.